This is Sounds Like Adventure, an actual play podcast all about fun roleplay, short runtimes, and great sound design. I'm your host and DM, Jack Trainer, and I'm joined by my co-hosts and players, Jacob Sirachi and China Wenzel. Hello, we're back. It's episode 7 of season 2 of Sounds Like Adventure. Hey, how you going? It's me, Jack. Thanks for joining us again. Wow, what a week last week was. So much exciting stuff happened. We had the debut of Sounds Like Relict, and thank you so much. If you took the time to take a listen, my gosh, you blew our minds. We had the biggest ever launch day in the history of Sounds Like Adventure. So thank you so much. Thank you for listening. And if you haven't listened yet, check it out. The first 2 episodes, they're available. And on Thursday, episode 2, it's coming. So much Sounds Like Adventure. You don't know what to do with it, except listen, of course. But let's get straight into today's episode. So it's a big one. We had a monumental diversion last week. Seok off in what seems like a marriage counseling seminar, and Otis playing the classic game, throw the coin at the wall. So when we finished off, Otis lost this game. He couldn't beat the scarred-faced operator, and now we've got to see how's he going to react when he finds out that Bobby's already slunk away. Is slunk a word? But remember, the main goal is to find Mary Canary's daughter, Cary. And the last thing they saw was they saw someone, possibly an Aarakocra, going into the performers-only area. So, will the brothers follow up that lead? Keep listening to find out. But hey, with all that in mind, let's dive into another episode of Sounds Like Adventure. So when we last left off, you guys were playing this game of throw the coin at the wall, and the scarred-faced guy, he threw this perfect shot, beat everyone else's shot, and Otis, you lost this game. And he turns around and he's like, oh boy, free drinks for me. And he looks around, he noticed Bobby isn't there, and he's like, where's Bobby?
I don't know, good sir. You may want to find him.
Looks around, he looks annoyed, looks like he's about to do something, and he just puts up a big finger. He goes, you're lucky, because I love Scam Hall, and I can't miss that show tonight, because I heard there's a new drummer playing with them. So, look, I'm not going to cause any trouble, all right, but I'll find Bobby, all right, and we'll get square.
Oh, I'm sure we will, my good sir.
And the scarred guy just sort of storms away from you at this point, and the strange game just sort of like breaks up. People sort of head off in their own directions, and you think now is probably like a good time to reach out to Seok and track him down before you get roped into anything else.
I think Otis across the mind link to Seok would be like, brother, I think I just got Bobby in quite a bit of trouble.
Isn't his name Billy?
Bobby Elfish.
I've been calling it Billy all this time.
Reconvene at the stage in a couple of seconds.
Oh, hey, I'll wrap up whatever is happening in here, and I'll see you there.
But what is happening on your end of things?
Well, I thought it was some kind of business workshop, and I was very surprised and delighted to like maybe get some help on how to conduct business. But maybe you should join the next session and find out yourself.
Yes. Otis not entirely sure what was going on.
Great. So yeah, Seok, you were in the session just earlier, and the session had just broken up. The person who was running the session has said, good luck with your husband. He's walked out of the room. Other people have sort of all started leaving. What are you going to do?
I'll make my way out of the room again, and I ask Otis, do you want another drink? Because I'm definitely getting another drink.
Yes, brother, that would actually be quite nice.
And I'm gonna get like a another stupid cocktail that's in like one of these stupid like mega elaborate glasses with like presentation and like sparklers and stuff in it.
Bartender just getting more and more annoyed at you every time you come up and order a more elaborate drink.
I imagine that every time Otis sees this as well, Otis is like, brother, can we even afford those?
They're actually not that expensive. Nobody ever orders them.
So you got your drink. What do you do now? Are you going to meet Otis on the D floor?
I'll hand Otis his drink. I say to him out loud, "Yeah, I'm gonna check out that VIP area. Seems to be my jam."
You know what? I think I'll follow along, brother.
And I'll dance up to the VIP entrance.
You do that. You dance across the dance floor. Very striking. And Otis, do you just follow along, or are you dancing as well?
Yeah, I'm just walking behind, like casually,
just eyes cast down.
Yeah, like very much regretting my choice to follow and not do something myself.
Great. So yeah, you get over there and it's totally empty. You look really hard in there. It's like for a second, like off in the back corner, it's like you're kind of like, is there someone back there? But you look back and there's no one there.
Right. Can I go in? Oh, excuse me, dance in? Can I dance in?
There's like a red rope. Are you going to disrespect the velvet rope in the club?
No, I'm going to limbo beneath it.
Yeah, you can limbo in there. Give me a stealth check.
Ooh.
All right. Stealth. Here we go. It's 21.
Okay, great. Yeah, stealth in, limbo away, my friend. Limbo in there. Otis, are you going in as well, or are you gonna?
I think I'll wait outside for the all clear.
Stand guard. As the very subtle Seok slips from dancing into sneaking.
Shuffles.
It's like people that saw that from the corner of their eyes is like, did the carpet just move a bit? And I am.
Yeah, so you find this it's like a darkened lounge area. There's a number of couches and chairs around. There's 2 big couches and 5 chairs and some smaller tables. There's like ashtrays and stuff left around.
I'll sneak through. I don't have to sneak because no one is in here, but I'll dance through the room and check out if something of interest is left behind, if there's a way to get onto stage or something cool.
Give me an investigation.
Yeah. I'm really good at those. Look at that. This time it's not a 1, it's a 16 plus 6, that's 22.
Very good roll. So you can definitely tell that there is no way to get onto the stage from here. There's no way out of this room into any other rooms. There's nothing like that. But as you sort of work your way around these back couches and have a look around, what do you feel? You sort of feel like kind of peaceful?
Yeah, it's like that. Can I like, where does it feel the most peaceful? On the couch?
In the very back corner, on the very back couch cushion.
I'll sit down.
Yeah, you're like, hey, nice seat. It's pretty comfy.
Put my feet up. I sip my pineapple drink.
As you put your feet up, you sort of notice some little scuff marks on the table, as if many people have put their feet up there before.
I whispered, I mind link whispered to Otis and like, man, we gotta get this couch. This couch is amazing.
Otis, across the mind link says, so there's no one in there, brother?
Well, I'm in here, and nobody else.
Otis walks into the room.
Can I get a stealth check?
Oh yeah, I actually got a positive to this. It's interesting. That is a total of a 9.
Okay, good to know. So yeah, you go in there. And I think as you go in there, over the mind link to you, Seok, you hear, Norm to Macumbras, over.
This is Seok here.
Just wanted to check in. How's everything going in there?
Oh man, it's
Sorry, I didn't say over.
okay. It's quite nice. There was a weird workshop happening, and I'm drinking a fabulous drink. Have you ever had that pineapple bomb?
So I was waiting for you to say over.
Did you ever have that pineapple bomb over? You don't need to say over.
Over. I know. I never had the drink. I don't drink while on the job. Just wanted to check in. Can you just make sure no one goes in the VIP area? Over.
Yeah, we're totally keeping that safe. Over.
Okay, that's good. I'll keep an eye on Bobby. Over and out.
Siok just looks at Otis and we're like, yeah, man, he's a good one.
As you walk out of the VIP room, you notice the elf that was standing near the performers only area approach you and say, "Excuse me, what are you doing?"
Oh, how do you do, miss?
I do well. Why are you in that area?
Oh, Mr. Norm advised us to ensure that no one entered, and we were just checking on it.
And no one is in there now?
Oh, I don't feel like Otis would bother lying. If she saw him go in, then my brother is in there. He's on his way out now.
Are you telling me this? Because I'm still...
I think over the mind link, I would be saying what I'm saying over the mind link as well, so that you can know what's going on.
Siok takes another deep sip from his drink and sighs. Gets up from the very comfortable, relaxing corner and saunters over to the entrance. And he just looks like it always like all clear.
Yeah, and Otis would put his hand out. Otis McCumbra, pleased to meet your acquaintance.
She doesn't take your hand, but she looks at you and says, "Alera, I will return to my post." And she starts walking back to the performers area.
Otis just sort of gives a side glance to Sia.
She seemed awfully stiff for the occasion. Sia opens like the rope, steps through, clips it back on, and immediately starts dancing again.
Yes, I think we best take note that she is keeping track of the whereabouts of the patrons.
Anything interesting happened to you while I was in that workshop?
As I said, I think I got Mr. Elfish in quite a deal of trouble, but nothing I'm sure he can't worm his way out of.
I think he's trouble in person.
My thoughts exactly.
Siok says to Otis, well, I haven't seen any Aarakocra that matches the description of young Canary.
Neither have I, but just a thought. Brother, can you see if Norm knows of this Alera?
Siok activates his mind link to Norm. I was like, and like with some reluctance, Siok to Norm, are you there? Over.
Blue Dragon to Black Midnight. Over.
He's come up with good names.
Siok immediately perks up. Black Midnight here. Do you know anything about Target, Alera, over?
You hear Norm drop the voice a little bit, and he's like, "Is that bloody snooty elf?"
You didn't say over.
Oh, yeah, sorry, over. Is that a snooty elf, over?
Very snooty, very stiff elf, over.
Oh, what an attitude. Hey, it's bloody heck. I was telling her, just like, chill out over there. You look after the performers. That's who you're with. And she's telling me what to do. She's getting involved with everything. Oh, God, she's trouble.
Yeah, what's the deal, man? Over. You forgot to say over.
Yeah, over. I'm over it, is what I say. I don't know what her deal is, but she came with the performers and she insisted that she be the only one who looks after the group. And look, I wasn't going to mess with her. She looked pretty bloody formidable to me.
She seems very intense. Over. You didn't say over. Again, over.
Yeah, I know. She's intense, all right. All right, the Blue Dragon to Black Midnight, over and out.
Otis just raises a questioning eyebrow at Siok.
Yeah, Siok looks at Otis and says like, yeah, you know I said she's like way too stiff?
Yes, brother.
That? I've got the nuance that she's also like really annoying as well. Kind of protective of the artists, so she's either their bodyguard, maybe their handlers or something.
I see. So she came with the talent.
That was very succinct.
Otis says, I think I may want to chat with Miss Alera. And Otis just strolls his way over towards Alera.
Siok follows and like dancing, and it's like, that's not how you approach a woman.
Otis gives a polite wave, like not a vigorous wave or anything, just like a polite wave of the hand to Alera and goes, Miss Alera, a quick question if you may.
And she goes, Otis, how can I help you?
And remembers my name. How astute. I hear that Scam Hall has a new drummer. Any inside scoop that you can give me?
It wouldn't be my place to reveal anything about the show.
Nor would it be mine to hear it, but here I am asking.
Indeed.
She's just stonewalling me.
Siok dancing around Otis says like, think we need to do a security check in the artist area, as he like waves his arms and like does like the robot and stuff.
Can Otis jump onto this? I want to roll a deception and be like, as I said before, we are working with Mr. Norm for security and just want to do a quick sweep, if possible.
Okay, sure. Give me a deception check here. Try and beat a 15.
A 15? All right.
Yeah, can Siok, like, is Siok helping?
Siok's dancing.
How is Siok helping? By dancing at the same time while saying that he wants to do the security check?
So like he brought it up. Like, we need to make a security check.
Yep, and he was dancing at the time.
Because like Otis is fairly large, so what she would see is like him dancing to the right of him, like poking up on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side.
How is this helping with my deception that we're security?
And it is like we, and the outside needs, the outside again to ensure safety.
So Jack, I can take disadvantage on this if you want, Jack.
Yeah, so go ahead and make this deception check with disadvantage.
Yeah,
please.
I kind of figured as much. There wasn't much help going on.
I'll use the hindrance action.
That is an 11.
I wouldn't have changed a thing. It's a double 11.
She says, while you may work for this dragon man, I cannot allow you in the room. There's performers there. They're performing tonight. It's not appropriate.
Otis says, no, miss. You're doing your job. I'm doing my job. I believe we can hopefully come to some sort of agreement.
She sort of like is just like icily looking at you, and she's like, I'm sure we can. And what are you proposing?
Come, miss. We'll grab a drink, have a quick discussion, and we'll come to some terms.
She just looks at you and she's just like, no, I've stayed at my post. This is my job. Why are you so concerned with this room?
We've been tasked with giving a sweep of the club, and this is the only room that we have not given a sweep of yet.
Okay, give me another deception here.
That is a 16.
So she goes, okay, I will agree. You have been charged by the Dragon Man to sweep the club. But this is highly inappropriate for you to even be anywhere near the presence of these performers. This area, these people cannot be exposed to regular folk such as yourself. So I cannot allow this. And if you proceed, every performer will walk out of this performance and you will have a riot on your hands.
Well, that we would not want, miss.
So I would appreciate it if you let this matter drop. Look, my boss is here tonight, and I'm not going to behave in any kind of way that is inappropriate at all.
Understood, miss. By chance, just a quick peek, just to make sure that there's no security threats in the room.
I cannot allow it.
Otis just sort of looks at Siok, gives a very slight shake of his head as if don't try it, it's not worth it, and says, "At your leave, miss, I will tell my superiors, and if they have a problem, they can tell your superiors. We are at the bottom of the food chain. I do not wish to cause you problems."
And she, icily says, "Enjoy your night, sir."
I do hope we meet again.
So Otis, as you make it back to where you're standing now, you hear this sound. And it sounds like a guitar note. And it makes you feel like kind of strange, sort of like happy and sad. It's like this note helps you understand something that you can't quite put your finger on.
Would I acknowledge that as magical? Like, could I roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, definitely.
That would be 18.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you can tell that there is not something that you would traditionally call magical about this, but there is definitely something like otherworldly going on.
Can Siak hear where it's coming from?
Otis hears this.
I would recognize that that's coming from in the performer's room, yeah?
Do you try and figure out where it's coming from?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have a look around, see if you can figure out where it's coming from. And like your first thought is like stage. Somebody's tuning an instrument on the stage. No one's on the stage. And you look at the performance room, same thing. As soon as you turn your head, it's obviously not coming from the performance room. And you turn back to the VIP room where you were in earlier. And that's where it's coming from.
Brother, I've got a feeling, just a hunch. Humor me. And Otis will follow the noise sort of thing. And then cast invisibility on myself. And then I'm going to make my way into that room.
So Siok, you take up a similar position that Otis was in earlier. As you poke your head around, you notice in the back corner of the room, there's a man sitting there. He's in a black suit and he's smoking a cigarette. His face is totally obscured by smoke. And as you peek around the corner, despite you being invisible, he's looking at you already. It's like he knew you were about to appear. You get this sort of weird feeling, and before you know it, both of you are sitting in the room, and he's pouring you guys drinks.
Oh.
Hello, boys. I've been expecting you. There you go. Episode 7 of Season 2. Lock it away, we're done. But my gosh, what an ending there, right? Who's this guy? And how could he see Otis while he was invisible and then they're just in the room? What's going on there? Find out in the next episode. And to make sure you don't miss that episode, head over to the podcast app that you're listening to this on right now. Subscribe to, follow the show free. And I know I say this all the time, but if you haven't left a 5-star review, I'd really appreciate it if you could do it. It's a huge, huge help to us. It raises us up in the rankings. It helps more people see the show, and it's so impactful. So please, 5-star review. Thank you so much. And also, don't forget, episode 2 of Sounds Like Relict is coming out on Thursday. And of course, next week, we're back for episode 8. And hey, I wanted to mention, it's not the last episode of the season. We're going longer this season. We've got some more episodes. But hey, with all that in mind, I'll catch you Thursday for Sounds Like Relict.